I'm Sheila of Three Sisters Knit. This is episode 59. It's Thursday, February 21st, and you can find me on Ravelry as Shishi62.
And I'm Margaret. You can find me on Ravelry as Magpie60. You can also find us on Instagram as @3sistersknit, and Periscope. Sheila will sometimes Periscope as @3_sistersknit.
Yes.
So we wanted to get started. As you can see, we have completed our own shawls. So we're so excited about this. We spent about 5 minutes before we clicked record trying to figure out the best way to
how do we wear these?
To wear them, to show them off. You can see Sheila's followed her pattern, the pattern exactly with a main color,
the 3 colors,
and then the 3 contrast
at the one
colors,
end, and then at the same colors, but at the other end.
Yeah, and it turned out beautifully, really nice.
Yeah,
and
I'm very happy with my color work.
Yeah, so this is the first time you did color work.
Yes, like I've done like Christmas ornaments just to sort of try, but yeah, this is my go at the color work, and my floats look really good.
Yeah, they do look really nice.
I'm really happy with how well my floats turned out.
They look beautiful.
So it actually has me thinking maybe doing some color work.
Yes.
So,
and then if you've seen me before, you know I was doing mine in the chakra colors. So I actually have my main color, which is the sort of natural. There is a little bit of a kind of a champagne color that I added to this, but it's still mostly natural. And then I've got three contrast colors here, and the green chevron. And then at this end, I have the green chevron, and then 3 different contrast colors.
Yes.
So I had a lot of different colors going on. So I wanted to be able to show you how it ended up looking, and I'm really happy with how it ended up.
They're so long because we're about 5'7", and they're like our height at least.
Yeah.
And you can sometimes, depending on how you knit, I've heard some people are even longer.
Yeah. So trying to figure out how to wear them
it when we don't have the buttons.
Yeah, that's the other thing is it calls for 19 buttons, and I think that gives you more options.
Yes.
Of how you can wear it. Like you could wear it as a poncho, which would be really fun.
Yes.
Or I know I tried on one of the other ladies at our knit night. Because we were all making this the same pattern, and she finished hers quite quickly, and I tried hers on. And you could just do up one button at the back, so you wore it. The middle of the body would be at the front, and then you buttoned it at the back, and all the color works on the back, and it looked really cool like that. So there's a lot of options, but it is like I was saying, I could use it as a lap blanket or something because it's just it's so huge. Yeah. And it's really nice and warm.
It is. It's very cozy. It's not too warm because it is a worsted weight shawl.
Yeah.
We're going to take them down to Florida with us when we leave and try to see if we can get some buttons because 19 buttons is a lot of buttons to look for.
So you have to love them.
Yes. Yeah. Especially like you put so much work into this that...
Yeah.
You do.
So I'm really hoping I can find something kind of cool. I'm thinking a wooden button would be nice. I would love
I think wooden because you're going for like the earth, the chakra, all that. I think the wood buttons or like a horn.
Yes.
Something like that would even be nice. So
I like it's funny because I was looking through my buttons. I do have a few that I've collected, and I have some wooden buttons. I don't have 19 of any one kind, but I think I have 6 or 8 of buttons, probably the right size, and they are wood, and then they have like a little, I don't know what they call that when you burn a pattern into wood.
Oh, okay.
So just wood,
just
pyrography or something. Anyway, so this had like little Eiffel Towers on the buttons.
Oh, Margaret, that's so you.
It's so me, but it's not enough.
But you know what? I don't think it's, but it wouldn't you, be but I don't think it's appropriate for this.
That's what I was thinking as well, because I pulled them out and I thought,
I'm gonna have to find another sweater.
I'll have to make myself a cardigan that's appropriate. To put that on.
Yep.
So
for sure.
So yeah. Anyway, I'm thinking wooden buttons. It's just finding the right ones.
Yeah. So we dyed our yarns with Christina the Cozy Knitter. Let us use her studio.
offered it up
to us to dye our yarn because we had like cones of yarn that we had previously bought. So we just needed to dye it.
Yes.
So she offered up her studio and she helped us get the right weights for each color and all of that, and then she dyed it. She helped us.
Yes.
Yeah, she says,
she just walked us through it, and she was there supervising and making sure we didn't blow up her studio.
Yes. So. We're not that inept. We're not, but still, it's nice having somebody who knows what they're doing. Just overseeing. You're overseeing the process, making sure you're doing it right.
Yeah. So, and you might notice I chose not to wear lipstick today because I was worried about getting any on this color, on this very light color, my bright lipstick.
Yes,
so.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm going to have to figure out how to get over that fear because I really want to make sure I'm wearing like...
You need to keep one of the ones that's more, like that doesn't wear off as much, because then it won't transfer.
It shouldn't,
right?
Yeah.
That's the kind you're just going to have to start wearing.
Yeah. So
that's okay. There's an Ulta Beauty at the outlet mall in Bradenton.
So this is it's my only finished object, but I'm thrilled to bits that it's finally done.
Well, I finished a few things.
Yes.
This is one. We had a knit night last week. Margaret wasn't able to come. The week before, when we usually had our knit night, when we recorded the last podcast, the weather ended up being horrible, so nobody was able to come. So we just had an enjoyable evening, just the two of us. Mm-hmm. Anyways, last weekend when I had it, Amanda, the yarn enabler, she was over and she has some upcoming trunk shows. Mm-hmm. So she was saying that she needed some samples. Some like samples knit up for her of her yarn and her socks. So she has one called Pencil and Paper. So she was knitting on the pencil. One sock's it's a kit. It's one's a pencil and one's paper. She was knitting pencil, so I knit sock. The paper. So and I put on a red heel because that was the second heel because. When I did it just without changing, because this isn't an afterthought heel, this is a German short row heel, so I just continued on. It made the lines go a little funny in here. It misspaced the lines. So when you do your heel, you might want to do a contrast heel with that. Mm-hmm.
And red is perfect.
And red, marking like red. Remember, nice red A. I did not get that many. But, but just like, teachers always marked in the red pen and all of that sort of stuff.
Well, I always remember with the lined paper, the three
They also had the one red line down the side.
Line down the side as your margin. So, so that it's just as perfect to have the red heel.
So that's one. And then she had the kids run them down to me because she just lives down the street from me. So, and another one I knit up for her was her sock monkey.
I love this.
Isn't that adorable?
Oh my gosh, it's adorable.
I love it.
Now, she has knit her son a cute sweater, like a pullover.
Yep.
And I think she has this on the sleeve.
Yes, she did. She dyed up some, I think DK or worsted weight and made him a sweater and did the sleeves out of this.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It was just so
it's
cute.
So cute.
Yeah.
If you go to her Instagram, you'll see it. She's got pictures of it.
Yeah, but I mean, who doesn't love a sock like that?
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Well, and I've knit a pair of these. Like she only needs one knit up. So I knit
because it's a sample.
And I literally knit these. One was like Thursday, Friday, and one was Sunday, Monday. So I knit the two of them over the weekend, basically over a long weekend.
Yeah.
But so I have knit. I bought a set of these off of her, and I knit them up for my son. One of my sons, not this past Christmas, but the one before, they all got a pair of socks.
Yeah.
And this was my oldest son got Sock Monkey socks. So, and that's the red from his Sock Monkey socks.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little different.
Yeah.
You can see, but you know what? It's still the same premise.
So for the Sock Monkey one, it comes with
with the red contrast. Yes, it does.
For the paper one,
I don't think it does. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. Sometimes she has a cream.
Oh, okay.
With it, so I'm not sure.
Yeah,
just depends.
So, but
this is that was my own from what I had left over from my own Sock Monkey. So I just thought, Yep, so that's what I did. And she's got 2 coming up in the next month.
Yeah, so these are trunk shows happening.
Yes, trunk shows. One's in Toronto. This weekend, this Saturday, is Passion Knits in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
So she will be down in downtown Toronto at Passion Knits. In a month from then, March 23rd, she's at a store called Pearl 3 in Orillia, Ontario. So, yeah, so she's having a trunk show there. And I think she has another one. I'm not sure when, but she has another one coming up in Coburg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I think it's at the Yarnet in Coburg.
Yeah.
So
now, if you follow her on Instagram, you'll probably find out all the details.
Yes.
But yeah, we thought we would just let you know now.
Yeah.
And then if you're interested, it's something you can mark on the calendar.
Yeah.
For the future.
I'll keep. We can keep sort of announcing it and that. Like when I said, do you mind if we sort of and like let people know? And she's like, oh my God, no, that's okay. Thank you very much. She's very appreciative that we do that. But you know what? She's very good. And I know I have some yarn and she's probably going to let me dye it in her studio at some point in time. So, and she just lives down the street
so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is very awesome. I'm very lucky. We're very lucky because we have her and Christina
so close by.
Amanda I can walk to in like a minute from my house.
Yes.
And then Christina is less than 5-minute drive from my house.
Yeah.
So yeah. And if we wanted to, we could go to Yarn Therapist. She's about 20 minutes. So
Yeah.
we're not too bad right now.
Yeah.
So so that's all my finished stuff. That is it.
Okay.
So, but other than that, we've been dinner finished. Oh, what are you working on?
Okay, so last weekend, was it last weekend?
It was
2 weeks ago.
It was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. So the knit night that we had,
where
it was going to be knit night, but it turned out it was just Sheila and I. I stayed over the next night as well because there was a trunk show in Coburg at Yarnet.
Yes.
On the Saturday.
Yes.
And we wanted to go because it was Christopher of Cabin Boy Knits.
Yes.
And he uses natural dyes that he collects from his land. His property.
Yep.
And he uses that. And I think he sources the wool, the yarn from local
Yes, and tries to get like natural wools and all this stuff.
So I had seen some of his stuff online and I was always impressed because the colors were... you know how natural dyes, they don't always attract me because they tend to
they're always so vibrant, right? So they're a little
neutral,
more... Yes.
And a little... They're not... I like bright colors.
Yes.
And natural dyes just tend not to give you that. So, but I did see some of his that I thought were nice.
Yes.
So I wanted to go check them out. And we went. Yeah. And of course, we love the Yarnet store in Coburg. I mean, Kathy's... wonderful.
Yes,
and
very much.
The store is so welcoming. If you have a chance to stop by,
you have a huge, just sit and knit casual area there. Just a nice size one.
And the people are so nice, and the owner Kathy is lovely.
Yes,
so it's worth it. So anyway, I ended up getting this gorgeous solid pink. As you can see.
Yeah, look at that pink.
It's a little bit paler than, what I'm used to. But for me, to see this as a natural...
Yes.
Just to see it is amazing. So this is what's called cochineal and alum.
Or cochineal or something. I'm not sure
I think it's cochineal.
Cochineal, yeah.
And alum.
Yeah.
And I had to look it up. But cochineal is a bug.
Okay.
So I think they grind up the bug.
Yeah.
And
or just soak it.
Yeah, I have no idea how it works, but it's a bug. And then also this color here, which uses the cochineal as well, but also uses onion and chestnut in the dyeing process.
Yes.
So it's it's got the same pinky color.
Yes.
But then some like goldy yellow color and a sort of a natural color.
Yeah.
And there's some parts that kind of lean towards, I don't know, like
purpley,
brown, and the pink kind of goes into little darker bits.
Yeah.
But then there's also some like orangey. See how that's like a golden brown kind of color? So I'm not really sure what's what, but regardless, I found this pattern for, it's called the Branta hat on Ravelry, and it's a free pattern, and it's a chevron pattern around the crown, but it calls for three colors, and with the main color being on the crown. And but I thought, well, I can work it with 2 colors because it's just a chevron. So what I did was I did the pink for the main part. I made some adjustments to the pattern for the ribbing, and also some adjustments just for the number of rows and everything. I've already started a project page for this one, so I've written down what my adjustments are on the project page. But I just wanted to show you like how pretty that looks. You can't really, you can sort of see it, the chevron pattern, a little bit of a zigzag there. You can kind of see it, and it depends which way you look at it, because it's more noticeable on some sides than on others.
Are you not going to do some pink and do a little bit of a pink section and then some more of that?
No, I'm just going to go straight up.
It might stand out a bit more.
Maybe, but I'm not going to. But there's enough here that I think I can anyway, I think it's so pretty. It's just really subtle.
Yes, it is.
The change.
But it's so warm and squishy. This is a worsted weight.
It's a worsted weight yarn, and it's 100% wool.
Yeah, it doesn't say the type of sheep, though.
And it feels kind of rustic, I'm going to say. It's very toothy.
Yeah.
So especially when I'm using these wooden needles, like it just grips. And then even when I pull the stitch through, it just, on the yarn on itself.
One of these ones you could pull the needle out and the stitches will stay.
Yeah. So it's quite toothy. I made the rib a little longer. That's pretty much the only adjustment I made to the ribbing.
Yeah, I like a long rib on a hat, so
to be able to fold it over. You can
fold it either in half or fold it back onto the hat more. Myself.
So, and then I just added a couple rows here too, but it's knitting up nice and quickly. I've been just sitting like watching TV at night, and I'll just do a few rows. So I'm really happy with how that's turning out. I'm going to have enough left to do another hat.
I think so, yeah. You can do it the other way around.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I might do it the other way around. Because it's just so fun.
It's a great little pattern.
So I'm hoping that I'll be able to perhaps soften it a bit. You were saying maybe adding a little bit of conditioner or something.
Yeah, try doing some. Now I've got that Vanilla Berry, I think it's called, the one from Blue Brick.
Oh yes.
And it's got some of that lanolin in there to help soften it.
That would be really nice.
So we can always use that. At first to soften it, or just like some of the other soaps, like the one that we got down.
I was thinking
the
Tuft Woolen soap
that would be
nice.
Really. And then instead of just putting it in the water, like really go over it with the bar of soap and let it sit soapy for a little while. Let it really soak. Like even if you let it soak overnight.
Yeah. So I'm gonna figure out something to do just to give it a little bit more softness, because it's got the sturdiness.
Yes,
it feels
it's
like
definitely sturdy and will be very, very warm.
Yeah. So I'll post some more pictures of that. As I said, I've started a project page for it, so there's a couple of pictures on there.
And I think you need to do a pink, make a pom-pom out of that pink.
I know. I'm going to wait until I do a second hat and see what's left over before I decide about it.
Because I think
the hat calls for a pom-pom.
I think that would be perfect.
And it looks so cute.
And then whatever's left of the other one, make the other, and like alternate. It would just be so cool.
Yeah.
I think that would be really, really good.
So that's what I've been working on, and I'm hoping to have it done before we leave next week.
I think you should be. Hats knit up actually fairly quickly.
Yeah.
And it's nice and light. It's not like it's dark colors, so you can work on that in the evenings.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
that's my other project right now.
Yeah. Well, I because I've like finished this, did those socks, I don't really have any the whips I do have are like the ongoing. Like last week I showed my cozy memory blanket. I haven't touched it since then, but I thought I did not bad putting in like 17 or...
Yeah, that's amazing.
So I picked up yesterday, the scarfy thingy that I was making. That's this pattern here. This is what it looks like. You sort of, figure it out. They don't really show you a good picture of it just sort of laid out, which would be really nice if there was a nice color picture of it just laid out.
Yeah.
I like seeing like that. Like it drives me crazy when you look at a shawl and you think, oh, that's nice. But I want to see it. completely stretched out. If it was laying flat or hanging at something, just because I want to get, I can picture it better.
Yes. And it's nice to get a sense of the size of it.
Yes.
And the shape, a proper sense of the shape of it.
Now, I have a few more rows on this section. This is section 4. So it's like this was section 1. Right here. This part right here with the blue stripe.
Yeah.
That was section 1.
This whole thing?
Yes.
Okay.
And then section 2 is like, this one is knit this way, like quickly back and forth right here, like this, just up right there. This, and then this one, I'm looking at myself in fairness. This one is then what you do is you pick up. Well, you keep the last stitch and then you pick up all along here, and then you knit back and forth this way. So, and then you end up here, and then you pick up all the way along those two, and then you knit back and forth here. And now this one, you started here, and then I picked up all along here, and I'm knitting back and forth this way. So I still have probably another 2 inches to go on this one, because there's still more on either end. Not on this end, but on this end, there's still more to be picked up here. So because it is a wrap, it's a long rectangle, like the same shape as this.
Okay.
So this is basically the bottom edge right here.
Okay.
And so there, it builds up from there. So there's still something that goes another few inches above here, which is plenty wide for a wrap.
Yes.
You don't need it like 2 to 3 feet width-wise.
Right.
When you're making it like 7 feet long.
Yeah.
So, or thereabouts.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it gives you just a rough layout of how to do it.
And which direction to knit.
Which direction to knit.
That's pretty much.
So that's basically, it's a menu, and that is it. So, and there are a total of 22 sections. No, 23. There's 23 sections total. So, and I'm just on section 4. So that's like, it's just the scarfy thingy, and I think what you do is afterwards you go around and you do an I-cord binding all the way around the whole thing.
Oh, that'll give it nice.
That'll give it a little bit more structure, yeah.
And a nice finished edge, because when you're working with all the different yarns, it's nice to kind of give it a yes.
So that's what I'm looking forward to. Mm-hmm. And because it's kind of thick, it's almost like a worsted weight, because what I am doing, I've got 2 yarns held together. And
are you doing that for every one? 2 yarns held together?
This one I did not. If I have a thicker one, this one I did, because this was a sock weight one. Okay. So I just thought, I'm trying to keep them about the same thickness, about the same weight. Yeah. So I do have some other ones. Like I've got, like, this is from what I did with, for my granddaughter's Christmas. Yeah. This one is worsted weight. So I've got a couple of these. And then you can just add a stripe of color wherever you want. And I got these samples. These are DK or just like DK Sport. These are some of the samples we got from Miss Babs. There's a worsted weight one right there. And this is another sport weight one. So these are like slightly thicker. Yeah. So I can just sort of knit short little bands of these little colors just to add different
That'll be nice.
Because it really is sort of a scrappy blanket. Yeah. So they used, in this pattern, they did use 2 main colors, 2 main skeins to look at this.
Yeah, I remember you saying that the last time, that you needed 2 skeins of a,
now they use sock weight in theirs, because they used Zephyr and Bramble. Mm-hmm. Full skeins are used as the main colors. Minis for the color pops, they had Teacup, Genie, Boombox, and Typewriter. Okay. And then they had, I think they used like another one full section just for knitting around the edge. Okay. So the instructions are all in this. So, and they basically spliced all their ends together, it says. Mm. So like, you just sort of do spit splice or something like that. Knit them to like rub them together, and that way you don't have any ends to sew in. But just make sure you have scrap yarn, because this one is on scrap yarn right now, so that I don't have to pick up stitches like along here. I just slip them right on, so that you do a lot of that. It's the next one that I have after this, section 5. What I have to do is it gets knit up this way as well, but there's a way I have to do it of going about picking up the stitches along the side, knitting it this way,
right?
By picking. So there is a link in here. It does tell you where you can go to look at how to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, other than that, I think it's all right. So that's the only thing I need to do is just look in that. It tells you don't cast off any stitches.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay. But yeah, it's pretty big. It's all garter stitch, so it's just a matter of using up all leftover yarn. So I have a lot left over from this. But what I'm going to do is knit, because I held sock weight double for this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make add my squares to my cozy memory.
Yes.
And then
whatever's left,
left, I'll put into this.
That sounds good.
Yeah. And I just thought the orange, I've been dying to use this. I just want to use it up. I'm just...
yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's it. Other than that, I've been getting things ready for our trip. I've been... I caked up the yarn. I spent the other day caking up all the yarn. I caked up the yarn for those socks. So I thought I may as well do my other ones. So this is Crydium Handmade. This is her Beachy Keen Jelly Bean.
Oh, that's going to look
I won
so
that one.
pretty.
I won it for naming it. She was like wondering for a name. So this is Crydium Handmade. So she's not too far from us. So, but yeah, so
I love that.
That is the
perfect for
Florida. It's striping.
Yeah,
that's what I thought too. It's sort of like the beach and sand. So it's like, yes, this is my socks I'm bringing down to Florida. Yeah. So that's that one. And the big project I plan on making is I'm going to start working on my Birds of a Feather shawl.
Oh, I can't wait to see how that goes, because I know I have the yarn for that too.
Yes.
I'm going to run and get the yarn for my projects.
Oh, okay. Oh, she forgot to bring it in here. So I've got my yarns all caked up, which I'm thrilled that I have them all caked up. So happy about that. I have, we have there's Margaret's up there. This is from Chili Knits. Mine is called Cotton Candy, and it is 50% Peruvian wool, 30% nylon, and 20% superfine alpaca. So, and this is the color that I have.
Oh my god, I love that color.
It's a purpley color.
It's so pretty.
I love it. I love it. And it's not soft. Like it's soft,
it's soft.
It's still slightly toothier than merino for sure.
Yes.
And then we got finally we found this is from Lizzie Ann Yarns.
Yeah, she has beautiful yarns.
And this is 72% kid mohair, 28% silk.
And hold them together because
this is called Vintage Lavender.
The colors, like, considering this is from Chile.
And this is from Ontario.
And this is from Ontario. 2 different dyers. Like how beautifully they go together.
I know. We when we saw them at the Kawartha at the Kitchener.
At the Kitchener.
We
looked at them
and we were just like, that's perfect.
Yes.
We need that to go with our Birds of a Feather for our Birds of a Feather shawl. So we were like so happy about that. So that is going to be my bigger project to work on while we're away.
So my big project, I brought these because we can cake them up.
Yes.
But I want to do a tremble shawl.
Yes.
And so the first time we went to Rhinebeck, we went to...
Primrose?
No, it wasn't in Rhinebeck. It was the one on the Friday night.
Okay.
What's
yes,
that called?
That's the Needles Up.
Needles Up?
Yeah.
Okay, so we went to Needles Up, and I got...
no, that wasn't... No. Not that one. That was the India Untangled.
India Untangled.
That's it.
That sounds right. And so I found this gorgeous yarn from
Spun Right Round.
Absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. So it's a sock, 80/20 as it says on the label. And
it's called Graffiti.
It's called Graffiti. So it's a gray base and then a whole bunch of beautiful colors. There's oranges here, there's pinks,
and teals,
there's this teal,
and greens, and
black,
deep pinks and black splotches.
I mean, it's just, there's so many stunning colors in here.
It's graffiti.
That are perfect.
Yeah.
That I just love.
Yeah.
And then I found and this is someone we followed on Instagram, but I didn't know, but anyway, this stunning. I have 2 skeins of this. So this is her merino cashmere nylon, which is why if you feel it, it's incredibly soft.
Yes, and for wearing it around your neck, why not?
Yes.
Look at that.
This colorway is called Scarab. So I just thought,
what's this graffiti overlay? Look at that. Is that not stunning?
So
that is going to be absolutely gorgeous as a tremble shawl.
Yes.
Absolutely gorgeous.
So gorgeous.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cake that up and that's going to be my tremble shawl. And I have this one. I just like to show this because I love this bag.
I know.
So this is from the ladies at Toad Hollow, but I just love this bag.
Yeah. We are the granddaughters of all the witches you were never able to burn.
I got that at the same Rhinebeck because one of the shops who was there was carrying their bags. And so I was thrilled to bits when I saw this. And it had the pink zipper, which I love, and this amazing orange handle.
Oh,
and it's a nice sturdy bag, and I think it's just the right size to do a shawl.
Yes.
So thank you, ladies from Toad Hollow, because I just love this bag. And then I bought this from Amanda. Actually, I don't know if it was Amanda.
It was a kit.
It was a kit. So Mrs. Jody, Mrs. Brown's bag.
Yes.
So this was years ago, like 3-4 years ago.
Yes.
Had made these bags, and then Amanda had done the run of
the yarn to go with it. They did a collaboration
to match the bag, and I fell madly in love because obviously these pinks and purples and teals, turquoise colors are my colors. And then I saw this, and I don't know if you can tell. Can you see the sparkles in there? It kind of sparkles. So I'm going to make myself a pair of socks out of this. And again, it's, I don't even know, superwash merino, nylon, and stellina. And I've already pulled out both ends. It's pulled a button on. I don't know if you can see. I can hold it there. So that black thing is the button. So I'm going to make myself a pair of socks. Out of that gorgeous, gorgeous yarn. All that beautiful pink and everything. I mean, I suppose I could do something, but they're supposed to be socks. So that's what I'm going to do. Then I haven't decided. I have this other yarn that I got from Amanda. The watermelon. And I'm like, maybe I'll make those. I'm going to wind them because I just love this. And I messaged Nancy, another lady in our group, and said, did you make something out of Amanda's watermelon? She goes, yeah, I made socks. I went, I have it and I want to make socks. And she goes, I love them. I love my watermelon socks. So at some point I'm going to do them because I love the watermelon colorway. And then this cute little, it'll look like the watermelon rind because it goes from like white to the green.
Yes.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
That may actually be two. They might actually, the green and white might be separate.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, but she just spins it together like that, just winds it together.
So that might be another one. Anyway, I'll decide.
So and once we're done here, we're doing a lot of
caking up. So, and this is Aggie's bags.
Yeah.
So that's from Aggie DeCarlo. She sent us these cute little bags.
Yes.
So I'm going to put that in this, like, cherry. I just thought it was a nice cherries, watermelons, fruit. So I'm going to put it in that bag.
Yeah.
So those are my what I'm going to be working on.
Excellent.
In Florida.
Well, and I have one other thing. I also want to do my sock blanks this year. So I've done the one.
Right. Yeah.
I worked from the one.
Mm-hmm.
So that is done. But I have 3 left. I did the one for my son. The hat for my son out of the Star Wars one.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that in January. But now I have this one, which our friend Jen, the yarn therapist, she gave us, this is our Rhinebeck 2019
colorway.
House rental colorway.
Yes.
So basically there's the 2 colors.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that one. This is from Rosehaven. Leslie, this is one of the ones that she did up. Her and her husband do these, and I just love it. I just think it's adorable.
It's so
all the little
cute.
dancing sheep.
Oh my god!
So that's another one. And then this is an Andre Sue. There we go. And this is from Andre Sue. This is the Needles Up one that they did. The very first year they did Needles Up.
Yeah, and I think this is special because I don't think she does them anymore.
I don't think she does them anymore either.
So this is kind of special.
This is really special. So I'm like, do I want to do that? And I do. I really like it.
As long as you can save a little piece.
Yes, I'm hoping
that I can save one.
I can save at least one section.
One section?
One section. That's all I want to do.
Amazing.
Right? Save that and then somehow because I just think it's adorable. Make
so
it
cute.
into a pillow or something, right?
Yes.
So, but yeah, that was the Andre Sue Needles Up, New York, 2017.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know which one to do.
Yeah.
So if you have any suggestions,
if you have an opinion, we would love to hear it.
Yes. Because really, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of a pattern because I know these are going to be quite flecky, and sometimes if there's too much pattern and too much fleckiness in the yarn, it really doesn't.
Yes, the pattern doesn't show
that well,
and then the beauty of the yarn with the flex doesn't show well either.
Micro stripes.
Yeah.
So
that you want that one just to be plain.
I think this one will definitely have to be a vanilla. But what I was thinking of maybe doing with these ones or with one of the other things that I have is making a tube. Just knit, literally starting with the ribbing.
Yeah.
And just knit, making a huge long tube.
Yes.
And then just adding the ribbing at the other end, and then maybe halfway through I might just knit a few rounds of a different color, just so that I can rip that out. Yeah. And then there's my 2 socks. So I'll have like knee socks almost.
I know, it's funny because I would really like, that's a good idea because I would really like to make myself longer socks.
Yes.
Because there's on my personal Instagram, I do, it's pretty much all yoga stuff. So it's pictures of me doing yoga poses. And, one of the things, so there's different like little, I don't know what to call them, but there's hashtags. And so there's one that I follow called Sunday Sock Asana. So an asana is a yoga pose, but if you're doing, so you just can take a picture of yourself doing a yoga pose and
in a pair of socks,
as
well as your clothes.
And although various stage of undress, because some of them you can't, because of the way they're posed, you can't tell if they're wearing like little skimpy outfits or because they're all like covered and
all twisted
up and everything. But but as long as you're wearing socks.
Yes.
And I thought, well, I want some like legging type things and so the idea of just like knitting a big tubes is very appealing.
Yes.
And I've often thought about, I'd like to try that, and just that way, however long the sock ends up being is how long it is.
Yeah, I know. I was tempted to do that when I did Jen's the other one. She gave me one for my birthday last year, and it micro stripes, so you get like maybe 2 rounds of one color one side, and then maybe about 2 rounds of the other side. Yeah. So you're getting mini stripes all the way along,
and they looked really cool. I loved how they looked.
Yes, they turned out really, really well.
Yeah.
So that's why
I'm all excited, and I was borderline about bringing mine
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, maybe I'll bring that one because I love to do the micro stripe ones.
Yeah.
But I don't think I will. I like the idea of being in Florida, doing the watermelon or those pretty pinks and turquoises of that other one. I think
the watermelon would be fun because I take my knitting with me down to the pool. I don't even go in the pool half the time. I have to be really warm to go in the pool because the water has to be really warm because I do not like swimming if the water is below 76 degrees.
Yeah,
I don't. I just, I'm not going in. The minute my feet hit the water and it cools me down, I'm done.
Yeah.
It's awful to say.
Like, well, I'm cold now, so I don't need to go in.
Exactly. I'm like that all the time. If my feet if I'm hot and then all of a sudden my feet get cold, it cools my entire body off. It's like my feet are my thermostat. So I force myself to go in sometimes, and I'm usually fine once I'm in, but it takes a lot for me.
I know. My husband always makes fun of me because me going into either a chilly pool or the lake, so I don't go in the Lake Ontario, because I can walk down from my house to Lake Ontario in less than 10 minutes. And so a lot of times in the summer we'll go down. And my husband grew up in the area, so he
just runs right in.
He goes right in, and he doesn't care if it's for me cold.
Yeah.
But then as the summer progresses, he'll say, "Oh, the water's getting to like you would like it. You would like it. Come down, come down." So I'll go down. And it's still
not warm.
It's like once I'm in, it's actually quite warm. But I'm still like, I go in and I'm like, my arms are way up here and I'm like tiptoeing in, and it comes up and the wave comes and splashes on your waist, and you're like, oh no. So, but it takes me forever to get into the water.
I'm like that too.
I'm the same in a pool.
I'm like that at the lake once in a while.
We're both a Pisces.
Yes,
we're fish, but not only in
certain
waters.
I like to swim. I love to swim, but the water has to be warm. Yeah. Like, even at the cottage, I don't even think I did get in the water at the cottage last summer. It was quite warm last summer, and the cottage water got up to 78 degrees.
Yes.
At the lake, which is like phenomenal.
That is really warm. But it was stinking hot last summer.
It was. So that was great because I would go out and we get pool noodles, and I got those funny ones that have sort of like a little bit of a seat, and they have like a seahorse head or a whale head and
I love that.
The tail and all that stuff. So I'm sitting there and it's like bobbing and it's like, this is how I like it. Just gently. What I need is one of these little floaties that have a cup holder
those
floaty.
Chairs that the floaty ones. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we do have those.
I would never
come. My sister-in-law has one at the cottage that like one of the ones with the tubes all the way around that you sort of lay in, and it's got a holder in it.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that sounds lovely.
Silly us. But no, that's how I like it.
So anyway, if you have an opinion of either
which sock blank,
the tricolor,
the needles up,
needles up, Andre Sue,
the needles up sheep, the dancing sheep,
or
the micro stripes.
We would love to hear from you.
Love to hear it.
Yeah.
It's no...
Or even a suggestion for a pattern for one of them.
Yes.
Because like Sheila said, so one of the things that I'm struggling with, I still have not finished my Obliviate socks. I've got one sock done, and the second
you're halfway through
and
almost.
I started the heel flap of the second sock.
Yeah.
And I just have to set my mind to picking up the stitches to work the gusset, and then I can go. But one of the things I noticed is because you're working from a sock blank, it tends to be bumpy.
Yes.
And then, of course, the Obliviate sock, it has the pretty
beautiful
cable
lace down
at the back, but then it has the Hermione pattern in the front, which is kind of like you purl.
Which on the foot starts to fade out and get farther and farther.
But it's like knit 3 stitches and purl 1. But I found it hard, like if you put it down, it's hard to find what's row you're on, because the purl bumps don't stand out very well because of the bumpiness of the yarn coming out of a sock blank. So for me, going forward, I've already decided that if I do have other sock blanks, and if I do knit them, I think it's going to have to be either kind of lacy cable-y or no pattern at all, because it drives me crazy that I can't find where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, no, either way, like, and you know what? There's nothing, vanilla socks, no matter what yarn you use, a vanilla sock is great because they you know what? You can put them down and it doesn't even matter. You just knit.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't even need a pattern.
No, I didn't put it in here. I wanted to show you the pattern I'm considering. So for Amanda's, this one
watermelon?
Here, the watermelon, I think I'll probably just do plain because it's cute. It's because it's like shades of the reddish pinky
Pink
color
with little bits of
with
seeds.
little flecks of black to represent the seeds.
Yes.
But for this yarn, I thought I would do this. It's called Impossible Girl sock.
Yes.
And it's really, really pretty because I don't know if you can see it very well. This is a black and white printout.
It's got a really fine little cable.
Yeah.
Up the side.
It's I think she calls it a mock cable this way. So you can kind of see.
Yes.
And there's one on the inside of the foot and one on the outside of the foot. And
which I just great, which is then it doesn't matter
the pattern.
Which is which.
That's the pattern.
Yeah.
Now the only thing about this pattern is that it's these socks are inspired by Clara Oswald, companion in the infamous BBC series Doctor Who, known as the Impossible Girl. Clara is largely a mystery to audiences as well as the Doctor himself, but throughout her adventures with the Doctor, she never finds herself less than impeccably dressed. These classy, whimsical socks remind me of Clara. Remind me of socks Clara may wear to keep warm while traveling through planets of ice and snow or just lounging by the fireplace in Victorian London. And I just thought that was so
very cool. Yeah.
But the only thing about this pattern is that it starts with a cast on of 56 or 72 stitches. And I do...
You mean 64?
64 or 72, and I do a 56. So I looked through the pattern, and I can adjust it for the 56 that I do.
Yes.
And it shouldn't really have any...
Because most of it is, there's only those two little bits.
Yeah, there's only two little bits. And they're, you see, I think it's over, let's see, Pro 1, knit 3, Pro 1. So it's like a 4-stitch pattern. So I can adjust it. Anyway...
But the rest of it is just regular stocking stitch, so that's where you would adjust it for that.
So that's what I'm going to do. I think it'll show off the yarn, because I'm thinking that when it knits, it's going to be like blocks of color. The turquoise, the pink, there's a mauve. It may sort of fade a little bit.
I think it fades.
It might
more.
But she did tell me that it goes, like, you can start from the outside and the inside. So it kind of fades a bit. You can see it there.
Yes. Oh yeah, they will fade into each other. I don't think it's like definite sets. So,
I just thought
they'll somehow have a row or two of blending,
and it'll look really pretty.
Yeah. It'll be a row or two of blending.
Yeah. So I think it'll look really nice, and I think this pattern is simple enough to be interesting, without being a challenge to follow. If I put it down one day and then don't pick it up for 2 days.
Exactly.
And I think it'll show off the yarn nicely. Neither will fight with the other.
Yes.
So that's what I'm thinking of doing. And then the tremble shawl is the other one I'm going to do.
Yeah. And, well, what was the other you were thinking
of
doing?
It's a vanilla latte sock. I thought if I was going to do a striped... Because the other one I was thinking of bringing was the Huga yarn.
Yes.
That was Christina's.
Oh, yeah, we caked that up the other day.
Yeah, so that might be another one I bring.
Yeah. Well, I know. I've got some striped sock sets. Like, I've got these two turtle pearls.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah, I know. I've got trench coat, and this is trench coat.
Yeah.
And this is, what does it mean? And this is how they knit up. There's the picture. Like, there's trench coat, how it knits up. And that's how this one knits up. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying knitting the striped socks, like the self-striped, because they're vanilla. Really, vanilla sock is all you need for that. Because you're like, oh, I want to get to the next
stripe. Like, just getting to the next stripe is
flew through those socks. Like, Amanda was just like, holy crap, girl.
Yeah. So yeah. So anyway, so I may bring those as well, just
Yep.
to throw it in the mix because they're striped.
Yes.
And I just
Yes.
thought, yeah, why not?
Yeah. Well, and
So-
you know what? I do. That's the one thing I like because you can just sit. When they're striped, you just sort of keep going and keep going
Keep
and
going
keep going.
and-
It's
yeah.
just so easy to do.
Easy peasy.
And if you get those, don't have contrast heels, but I like how they come already like in two separate skeins.
Two little skeins.
Yeah.
Rather than, yeah.
Yeah, which is nice. I've not done. Excuse me. I've not done that with a pair of socks before. I've only ever done a one, like just the one cake,
Yeah.
which is fine because then what I have left.
Yeah, I did that
of,
with Christina's, the what did I have? Holly Jolly?
Holly Jolly.
Or Gingerbread House.
Yeah, I have this much left
Ooh,
because
nice.
I only did one sock, so
Yeah.
I have this much left.
Mm.
So I can easily knit another one, but she's getting those. They're not for me. So,
Yeah.
but I can knit up maybe some little Rose City rollers.
Oh, that'd be
I
cute.
could do that for one of my
That would be so
daughter-in-laws
cute.
or something like that. I
Yeah.
might knit that up for
Yeah.
them. So, and then this is what I have left of the paper
paper.
and pencil, the pencil paper.
Yeah.
So, just a little one,
Nice.
and this much of the contrast for the monkey sock monkey one. So
That sounds awesome.
yeah,
I think you should do the Rose City Rollers.
I think so. I'm bringing that pattern with me. So that's
Yeah.
the whole thing. I'm still trying to get my patterns together as
Yeah,
well for other things. I like to have at least 4 or 5 patterns and yarn to go with those patterns
Yeah.
when I go away because you just never know. Your mood changes
Yeah.
to what you want to knit. I will also be bringing some.
You know what's really funny?
I also bring like the cotton.
Oh yes,
And I make dishcloths because sometimes you just like, oh, I just want to do something that takes me like a day and just I'm done, right?
Yeah.
You know, like you just want a quickie thing
yeah.
like that.
And that's how I feel about this hat that I'm working on.
Yeah.
It took me so long to get through this that I'm like, I'm going to do this hat before I go.
Yes,
Just
you
to say,
are.
I'll have one more project done.
That's right. That's right. It does it just you get that sense of accomplishment.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm not really what I guess some people are like product knitters and
Yeah.
they want to knit and they want to knit all this stuff and finish it. They
Yeah.
do it for the
Yeah.
finishing. I enjoy the whole process. I enjoy caking up,
Yeah.
finding the pattern to go with the yarn
Mhm.
and starting the project and looking it all out and keeping it all together and all of that sort of stuff. I enjoy the whole thing, and then when it's done, it's just like that's
Yeah.
great. But like I don't mind knitting just to sit there and veg, and
Yeah.
it's not, and I'm not even thinking about it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. You know what's really funny? This is what I was going to say a little while ago. Is I find it funny that we're so concerned about what yarn. Like I have already picked out the projects, the patterns, all of that stuff, and then I did all that like in the last week, and then yesterday I started writing a packing list of like clothes that I'm going to bring. It's sort of like, oh, as long as I have all my knitting stuff figured out, then I can worry about the
Yeah.
clothes I'm going to bring.
well, and we're just and come tomorrow. We'll start staging, as we call it, staging, and we call it staging. We're starting to get everything all ready for going away,
Okay.
and we put it all in the room where we're going to have the knit night, my fireplace room, and we will sit there. And I have baskets. We have like grocery baskets for one of our grocery stores. You get these baskets instead of using bags and all those plastic bags, so you don't have all that plastic in the environment. So you have baskets. So we've got these sturdy baskets, and we fill those up, and it's like, okay, this one's all my projects and all of the stuff that I work on. And my he's like so okay with all of that because that or laundry baskets, because you just like we don't even worry about suitcases half the time. We take a laundry basket and just fold all our clothes in the laundry basket, slide it in the back of the car, and it packs so nicely because everything's all squares.
Yeah.
And like very angular, so it's easy to fit things in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we have a wafer. We have our cooler and our food basket. We take a basket with a coffee maker, and we take the coffee maker into the hotel because we're up before a lot of the breakfasts are even on at the hotels.
Yeah.
And so we take 2 thermoses because I only drink decaf coffee. So we fill up both thermoses with coffee. We have our travel mugs, and we're on the road 2 hours, and then we'll stop for breakfast.
Yeah.
So, and we can have a couple of coffees on the way.
Yeah.
So, so we have our process of how we've traveled so much and done this. Like we've got it down flat. Like we can be out of the hotel within 45 minutes in the morning by the time. Just warning you.
Whoa. I don't know what I'm in for.
Yeah. But we stop about every 2 hours. Even just to get out, stretch. Have a quick bathroom break.
Yeah.
The
Maybe
odd time
get some water or something.
Yeah. We always have water in the door of the car.
Yeah.
For everyone. We just do all that sort of stuff. It just makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. So.
But yes, we're.
Yeah.
Chop.
So I guess I better get myself organized over the next little while. I've got things like in my head that I need to pick up a couple of things before.
I'm half packed already.
Yeah. No, I'm going to have my travel size suitcase, and then I'm going to bring my other the fold up bag.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, because on the way back, just in case.
The three of us will fit in the car because we had the four of us in the car on the way down in January. Because I left a lot of stuff there.
Yes.
I didn't have to pack a lot. I had one basket that had just a few extra. Because I know it's a little cooler, I brought like a couple extra shawls, an extra pair of jeans. Just some warmer tops than what I had there.
Down there,
Yeah, so, and then I left all my summer stuff up there. I folded it all up because we rented out our trailer for the month. I folded it all up. We bought containers. Yeah. And they're all in the containers, and they're in the closet, so they're away.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Quite happy with that.
So, now, we may do a podcast when we're down there. We're not really sure yet.
No.
We'll see how it goes.
We might be able to do that.
Yeah, but if we do, then it might just be a quick catch up and a hello.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to be down there for the entire month of March. So looking forward to it. We were just talking to our dad just before we started podcasting, and he was saying that he was checking out the weather.
Yep.
It's like 80 degrees in Florida. So
like, yes.
Hey. Considering what we have.
It's about 38
Celsius?
Fahrenheit today.
Oh, 30.
Here.
Oh, here.
Here.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like
it's
like
about
it's
warmish.
It's almost 4 Celsius. It's like between 3 and 4 Celsius.
Yeah.
Here.
So it's above freezing.
Yeah. Well, it's probably cooling down now.
Yeah, but it was above freezing today.
Yeah.
So that was nice because we've had a lot of snow, and so it's allowing everything to kind of melt.
Well, we had a bit of ice storm yesterday,
and it was
too.
a bit of
like
ice.
Freezing rain.
Like not as much as I thought we were going to get.
No, I didn't think it was as much. I think because it was mild.
Yeah.
So it didn't freeze as much. It only froze when it hit the ground, but there was a lot of salt down. So.
Because people were expecting it. So.
Yeah.
So I think that's everything for now.
I think so.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us. If this is your first time, I hope you enjoyed our little chatter.
Yeah.
And if you're back again, thank you so much for coming back.
Yeah.
And we will talk to you again next time.
Yes. And if you enjoyed it, hit the like button and spread the word, and subscribe if you did enjoy it. Yeah. There's a lot of podcasts out there, so if you want to pass us by, there's something out there for everyone.
There's something for everyone.
Yeah.
So thank you, and enjoy.
Bye. We'll see you in a couple weeks, hopefully from Florida.
Yeah.
Bye.